you say on crystal clear. Let's see if Keith copies you. You copy him, Keith?
From going from the repeater to the digital, the DV mode, it's just, the audio is so much clearer. It's so sharp and crisp. It's crazy.
Well, I wonder if Butch made it over. You there, Butch? Well, I got a bunch of R2D2. We could probably work regular FM signal simplex, but we're just too far apart. Like, I mean, just too far apart to work digital setup I've got right here. Anyhow, yeah, I'm crossband repeating on my base radio, analog signal, and then when it comes through, repeat that analog signal. My ID52 picks it up and decodes it, just like it was a digital signal coming through. It probably, maybe actually does a little bit better, you know, picking up and receiving, just because it's transmitting that analog signal. And but I'm not sure. It may not affect it any at all. But I would assume that if anything, it might be a little bit better than the digital signal itself. Well, it sounds pretty good, and yeah, we just did another distance verification. I know that I can reach Butch. I haven't heard Butch on here yet, though. KQ4 FWR, are you out there? I might jump back over to the repeater and see if I can contact him. It'd be real interesting to see if he could pick you up all the way in Spring Hill. That'd be pretty good. He might be able to, but I doubt it, depending on his antenna. Let's swap over to keep it on 145-600, but go to analog signal. I'm curious how I receive y'all analog.
You got it. I'm switching over to FM.
Yeah, I'd like to check it out and see if I can, how well I can hear or can't hear Keith anyway.
Yeah, I'm switching over right now. You can hear me okay, correct?
Y'all pick a frequency.
KQ4 FWR. This is KQ4 IKI.
You know what? I heard you crystal clear in DV mode, if you can hear me at all. I did not hear you. I do not hardly hear you at all on FM. On digital, you are crystal clear coming through. So I don't know what's going on, what the difference is, why that's so much different. That shouldn't be that much difference, I would think, except for audio clarity. But your signal is almost, it's really low. I can hardly pull you in at all on FM, but I hear you fine on DV. If you can hear me at all.
I can just barely hear you. I've got some kind of noise out the bell somewhat.
KQ4 FXD, KQ4 FWR.
I don't know, it's something that causes a lot of interference on the signal. I can hear you good if that wasn't for that noise that I'm picking up. I could probably hear you a whole lot better. I can hear you, but I just can't make out what you're saying. We'll jump back over on the repeater and
Roger that, K4LEN. I just heard Butch come over the same time you were talking. KQ4 FWR. Do you hear me, KQ4 FXD on FM?
KQ4FXD, KQ4FWR. Yeah, I've got you in there.
So I don't know what's going on, but they want us to switch back over to the repeater or back to DV. I'm not sure. I think they want us to go back to repeater real quick and then go from there. So let's toggle back over to the repeater.
Roger that. KQ4FWR out.
KQ4IKI, this is KQ4FXD. Are you out there?
Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, I can talk to everybody on FM, even Butch. Butch comes in fairly well on FM. I guess Justin wasn't hearing me at all, or very, very little hearing me on digital, but he heard me on FM. But digital, he's coming through crystal clear this way, but I don't think I'm getting back to him. So I don't know what's going on with these modes, but it seems like I can hear everybody on FM, even Butch out there. So.
So what could Butch hear on digital? Did he hear anybody? Yeah, I just heard some foreign stations on there. I'm not sure where they were. I didn't catch it. Over. Okay. Well, that was a long way to expect digital work all the way from Lawrenceburg to Spring Hill, but he came through over here pretty well.
Yeah, he heard me on FM, and I heard him on FM. We were talking back and forth on FM on the Simplex channel, but digital, he was coming through here great on digital, but I guess he couldn't hear me. At least that's what I assumed the way things were working out.
Yeah, I don't know if my logic's correct on this, but I kind of think that if you have a hill close to you that's blocking your signal close, it's kind of like the goalie coming out of the hockey net to cut down the angle as he comes out to the player with the puck. But if you're on the other side and you got it wide open all the way up until the last minute, then the radio wave can refract over the hill and get to you. That's kind of the way I think about it. It might be wrong, but that's the way I think about it.
It could be. I don't know if Justin's still out there still, but yeah, it was weird. I could hear him fine from Lawrenceburg on FM. It was Simplex, but I'd like to do some more tests yet on DV and find out why he can't hear me, but I can hear him good. And of course, you're crystal clear coming back to me. I don't have any trouble getting you, and I can talk to Butch real good. I mean, Butch comes over on FM. I can talk to him, and he can hear me. So that's actually quite a good distance on Simplex. I was kind of pleased with that test.
K4LN. Well, I've got some kind of noise I've picked up from somewhere. I don't know if we've got a wall wart that's went bad somewhere, or I've got something going on, because even this repeater here got full bars on the signal, but if you didn't know any better, you'd think it was a broken signal because it's a lot of noise in there with it. So that's probably why I'm not able to decode on digital. I don't know. I'll have to, one of these evenings or one day, I'll have to go do some hunting down and see if I can't find the source of my noise. But yeah, I've developed pretty terrible noise, and I think that's degrading any signal coming into my station pretty bad.
I know a lot of mine is just where I'm located probably, and you're quite a distance too in Lawrenceburg, so that is quite a distance. Of course, George has it. He has it all covered because he's at the top of the hill. He's got everything covered really well. And Butch, I actually heard Butch on FM. So he was coming in, he could hear me, so that was good. So we tested FM compared to digital, and FM works to Butch's, but our digital's a little bit, it's got some issues. So we got to figure out how to work around that. KQ4 FXD for ID.
Well, I think that last time that Butch keyed up on FM simplex, he actually broke my squelch. So that's pretty good too, right there. I couldn't hear him, but he did break my squelch. It, had noise come through. So sounds like everybody's got at least a decent spot anyway. I don't have the best spot, but I've got a pretty good spot, especially to the north. I've got a hill right behind me that kind of shadows me to the south. And I mean, it's close behind me, so it kills me pretty bad. But to the north, I can do halfway decent anyways.
I tell you what, real quick, and I'll let somebody else jump in here. When you see the video playback and see how clear you were coming in on DV from Lawrenceburg, you'll be impressed. It was coming in really good on simplex. I was impressed. I don't think you could hear me at all. At least that's what I was picking up. But if you could hear me, yeah, let me know that on DV. But I don't think you were hearing me at all because I was talking. I think I was just totally blank coming over.
Well, I was picking you up, but it was R2D2.
Okay.
Couldn't make out anything at all. But that could be contributed from my noise that I've got here. So one of these days I'll figure out the source of my noise, and we'll try it again, and maybe I'll be able to decode you better. And two, I'm crossband repeating on an analog radio and decoding the digital signal through a handy-talkie. That I don't know if that's helping me or hurting me. So if that's hurting me, that could be a big difference. I don't know. I don't have a D-Star radio on a big antenna here at the house, so that's what I had to do. And from playing around before, I found that crossband repeat will actually transmit the digital signal. It'll repeat the digital signal, and the digital handheld radio will pick it up and decode it, and then spit it right back out, go back the other way. So y'all's radios was picking up an analog signal and decoding it into digital as we was talking. So that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, that is cool to know there, Justin. Appreciate you enlightening us on that. This is KQ4RKI.
Well, our test was pretty good, I guess, overall. We found out some things. We learned more. We still have a lot more to learn, but for the most part, it was a pretty good test, and I think we all learned some things and some issues that we need to work through when we're using the digital mode. And if we get everything kind of ready to go for another test, we're going to do another test and maybe go a little bit deeper and find out what we can do to make it better. Also, we're still pushing right along to get a digital repeater up and running for the community and for the club especially, so we can talk more on a digital mode. And I think that's coming along really good. There's three or four of us now that actually have the OpenSpot 4 hotspots. So we have those, so we can of course we can get on that and talk digital just between us. But we would like to get it more for everyone, so the whole club can use it and the community can use it. Be a nice added feature to Murray Amateur Radio Club, especially to open the door for more members and what have you. So we'll see how that goes. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day.